So hot off the presses, the Houston Texans have just announced a new global headquarters here in Houston. It's going to be in Northwest Houston. They got an 83-acre complex. It'll be an entertainment complex. They're going to have their headquarters, their corporate headquarters there, training facilities, restaurants, hotels. You know,
sound like a new stadium to me.
They're gonna have a field. They're gonna have fields there, so they won't be at the bubble that right now where they're at NRG. That's all gonna be in Northwest Houston, off of 99. If you're familiar with the Houston area, between 290 and I-10, kind of Cypress area, Bridgeland area, that whole area.
So they're gonna have a Frisco, Texas looking down.
I mean, it's gonna be I'm sure it's gonna be pretty modeled after the Star. In Dallas, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to model yourself after America's team? So I totally get it.
Well,
totally
whatever.
get it for sure. Totally get it for sure. You can't have that star in your life, so you want to put a star on your life. So,
man, nobody want that old shitty ass star.
come on
man.
now, come
And the
on,
star
come
sucks
on, stop
with
it.
them dull ass colors
Stop
and
it.
them dull ass uniforms.
Stop
Nobody want that.
So
Anyway,
man.
go
so
with the
that's
subject.
so that's
You
a
know
wrap.
what?
You were doing a great job as a journalist, so
that's
you
a
wouldn't
wrap.
shit
He
on
does this all.
That's a
he
wrap.
does this
That's
all
a
the
wrap
time.
on football for now. Let's talk about some basketball. It's all NBA All-Star.
No, I want to talk about Texas facility because you want to hear him cut it off. You want to talk about them sorry ass
Go ahead.
Cowboys.
What you got for
My
the
thing is
facility?
this: I hate his way out there, but it's good. They have something for the community, whether you ride way from Harn Clark, Third Ward, or Sugarland, or whatever. But it's gonna be, to me, it's like gonna be something exciting for the fans. They have something going on like that concert field. I think it's pretty dope. I just hate his way out there. But I was hoping to be Parallel. But what you think about it, Miles?
You kind of lost me in Northwest, but I understand why that area over there is really, really
Yeah,
booming.
yeah. It's by Bridgeland.
Plus, they got a lot of land over
Well,
there, too.
people don't understand that whole area out there is finna grow.
Yes.
Like Tesla's coming out there, Apple's coming out there.
Yep.
Yes.
They got a whole lot of stuff going that way, and from that point, and that's probably as close in as they could get, going all the way out toward Waller. Like that, they're really going to blow that up over the next 5 to 10 years.
Exactly.
So it makes a ton of sense.
It's been
And
a lot
I
of
would
high
not be
schools out
surprised if they don't sneak a stadium in there because the contract. So what are we at? What year? 2032? The season.
They said
30
32.
years
They
up.
want to, yeah.
So.
I mean, if they're smart, they'll still keep the stadium in the city limits.
Why is it like so? You say smart because people can get that. I think people can get that regardless, but they don't have to share with the rodeo. They don't have to share with the city of Houston.
Yeah.
Like they get more money for themselves out there.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
You know what I'm saying?
How does it hurt you to share with the rodeo?
Rodeo makes more money off the taxes that come through for that stadium than they do.
That's the biggest
because they
event.
bring more people through.
Well, it's one of the biggest events in the world.
I agree with you. I agree. I'm not saying it shouldn't be that way.
So I mean,
so they get a bigger hunk of the taxes that's going to come through out there for
they
their stadium.
could do like Jerry and plan more events that are. I mean, when
I'm glad we had this discussion because there's a lot to talk about with this. How you talk about that old ghetto star? And
listen to me for a second.
I agree with you saying though because you don't have to share it and all the money go to them. And on top of that, I hate if they do have to build it way out there.
I hate that, dude. But you're not going to lose. Like, people are still going to go. And here's the reason, like Jerry, they put all the other stuff out there around it. They're going to make a killing off all the leasing that they can do out there.
Yes.
They're going to make them – because, like, right now, if I have – like, let's say I bring Jay-Z to Houston. I'm the promoter bringing Jay-Z to Houston. I got to rent out NRG. That money go to Houston Livestock and Rodeo. It don't go to the Houston Texans. So if I go bring Jay-Z now to wherever that stadium is, Northwest County,
you go out to the Houston Texans.
The Houston Texans get that money.
It only goes.
No. The Texans lease that stadium from the Houston Livestock and Rodeo.
Okay.
So I don't have to do that no more. I now own my own house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think would happen?
But here's the thing: if the Texans put on an event and they lease it from the Houston Livestock and Rodeo, Texans make money off that event. They don't make as much, but they still make money off that event, right?
Well, now they make that much without the lease.
I understand that, but so here's all I'm saying. Everybody's got every reason why the Texans and Houston is not hosting. So in case you haven't hot off the presses as well, SMU has just signed 2 games to play not on campus, but at AT&T Stadium. They're going to be playing Oklahoma this year at AT&T Stadium. That's sold out. They also going to be playing LSU in 2 years in 2029. That's going to sell out. Why don't we have those games? Why LSU right down the road? Why LSU ain't playing U of H and they got to get to a bowl game to play?
Well, LSU have played here before.
I know.
They played Wisconsin over the season.
They should be
But
playing.
you talking about
here.
SMU? SMU's inside Dow Stadium off of 290. That little bitty old stadium.
No,
That's
what
not
he's
even a
saying
big
is
one.
they're playing at AT&T.
They're playing
they
at
got
AT&T.
to.
I got it.
It's gonna be too packed.
So here's the deal.
Oklahoma
one-
fan
Yeah,
base.
you don't get it.
So one,
Oh,
no,
I get
I
it.
get what you're saying,
We
and I
get
agree
what
with you.
you're saying.
I get what you're saying, and they could have done that here, right? And they didn't do it. They've done it some. I'm not gonna say they didn't do it, but the thing is now, if they do it there, they're not giving the money to the rodeo, or a part of the money to the
And
rodeo.
U of H don't want to. You talking about U of H? They don't
Who
want to.
cares they get part of the money to rodeo? They care that they get part of the money to rodeo.
They'll still make more money than playing it on campus, though.
What I'm saying is the Texans get to keep all their money if they go out there versus having to give a 20%, 30%, 10%, 6%, whatever the percentage is for the Houston Livestock and Rodeo, they got to give up.
But here's the thing: you're now making 0% of zero because you're not putting on events, and because you worried about giving this 20%.
No,
Well, you
they
can go
have
get the
put
other
on
80.
events. They have put on events. I'm not saying that's why they haven't done it. I'm just saying if they do it, now they don't have to split it.
I understand, but you're talking they got to build a stadium. That stadium ain't built yet.
You got to build a stadium regardless in 6 years.
Yes.
So regardless in 6
Okay.
years,
They gotta get
league-
Super Bowl.
They're going to build a stadium in 6 years. Whether they build it out there or they build it in city limits,
lease
it is
up.
what it is.
He's either build a
is
stadium
what it is.
or you have to renovate NRG.
Right.
It's one of the two.
Right.
So if you renovate NRG, which is a high possibility, you got to, once again, you got to put your money in to renovate and still share profits. So if I'm going to take this money that I'm going to put up in 6 years regardless, might as
All right,
well
we're
own
gonna
that.
talk about-
But I'm gonna say this before we get
Last
talk about-
comment before you
I'm gonna
choose
say
them.
this. It's gonna be crazy too because a lot of realtors in the Missouri City, Sugar Land, Pearland, I'm sure they can still make their money, but realtors out that way gonna make the money because
Oh, they
most
finna
people
make a killing.
they gonna live by the
No,
facility.
let me tell you something.
Yes.
Houston, what Houston's finna do, I know it's sports, what Houston's finna do going west, whether it be I-10 Katy West,
Yes.
where it's going south to
290.
Richmond West or going north 290 West, like that's finna blow so freaking much out there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
y'all,
it's
we gotta
gonna be everything. Like,
well, Miles, let's take it back to 1996. 1996, Sugar Land was rolling. It was the biggest community. Then you got
Well, we take it back
Cypress
before
now.
that, it was
the biggest community.
They got-
now Richmond about to be the
You're
biggest
right. You're
community.
right. You're right.